Today we present Writings of Bahá'u'lláh, The Seven Valleys, Part 6 of 8. Bahá'u'lláh was the enlightened prophet and founder of the Bahá'í faith. He and his teachings are believed to be prophesied in Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and other religions. Bahá'u'lláh was born in 1817 in Tehran, Persia, in present-day Iran. The word Baha means glory or splendor. The Bahá'í faith rests on three core principles: unity of God, unity of religion, and unity of humankind. Approximately 7 million people today in many countries adhere to the Bahá'í faith. Their scriptures are translated into 800 languages, and there are houses of worship in every corner of the world. Bahá'í principles envision an ideal society. These principles are gender equality, elimination of all forms of prejudice, whether religious, racial, class, or national, harmony of religion and science, universal opportunity of education for all, a universal auxiliary language which all humanity can use to cooperate quickly with one another, a judicious world government, and the elimination of extremes of wealth and poverty. The Bahá'í followers see a noble society as a real goal to be pursued in everyday life. Today we present a selection from The Seven Valleys, which was written in Baghdad after Bahá'u'lláh returned from Kurdistan in 1856. The Seven Valleys, an exposition of the mysteries enshrined in the stages of ascent for those that seek to journey unto God, the Almighty, the ever-forgiving. In the name of God, the merciful, the compassionate. O thou dear one, impoverish thyself that thou mayest enter the lofty court of riches, and humble thy body that thou mayest drink from the stream of glory and attain to the full meaning of the poems whereof thou hadst asked. Thus it hath been made clear that these stages depend on the attainment of the wayfarer. In every city he will behold a world, in every valley reach a spring, in every meadow hear a song. But the falcon of the mystic heaven hath many a wondrous carol of the spirit in its breast, and the Persian bird keepeth in its soul many a sweet Arabian melody. Yet these are hidden, and hidden shall remain. If I speak forth, many a mind will shatter, and if I write, many a pen will break. Peace be upon him who concludeth this exalted journey, and followeth the way of truth by the lights of guidance. The wayfarer, after traversing the high plain of this celestial journey, entereth into the city of contentment. In this valley he feeleth the breezes of divine contentment blowing from the plain of the Spirit. He burneth away the veils of want, and with inward and outward eye perceiveth within and without all things. The day of God will satisfy everyone out of his abundance. From sorrow he turneth to bliss, and from grief to joy, and from anguish and dejection to delight and rapture. Although to outward seeming the wayfarers in this valley may dwell upon the dust, yet inwardly they are throned in the heights of mystic meaning. They partake of the eternal bounties of heaven and drink of the delicate beverages of the Spirit. The tongue faileth in describing these three valleys, and speech falleth short. The pen steppeth not into this arena. The ink leaveth only a blot. In these stations The nightingale of the heart hath other songs and secrets, which make the heart to leap and the soul to cry out. But this mystery of inner meaning may be whispered only from heart to heart, and confided only from breast to breast. The bliss of mystic knowers can be only told from heart to heart, a bliss no messenger can bear, and no letter dare impart. How many are the matters I have out of weakness left unsaid, for my words would fail to reckon them, and mine every effort would fall short. O friend, till thou enter the garden of these inner meanings, thou shalt never taste of the imperishable drink of this valley. And shouldst thou taste of it, thou wilt turn away from all else and drink of the cup of contentment. Thou wilt lose thyself from all things, and bind thyself unto him, and lay down thy life in his path, and offer up thy soul for his sake. And this, even though in this realm there is no all else that thou needst forget. God was alone, there was no one else besides him. For on this plain the traveler witnesseth the beauty of the friend in all things. In fire he seeth the face of the beloved. In illusion he beholdeth the secret of reality. In the attributes he readeth the riddle of the essence. For he hath burnt away all veils with a sigh, and cast aside all coverings with a glance. With piercing sight he gazeth upon the new creation, and with lucid heart he graspeth subtle verities. The words, "And we have made thy sight sharp in this day," are sufficient proof of this assertion, and a befitting description of this state. After journeying through the plains of pure contentment, the traveler cometh to the valley of wonderment, and is tossed upon the oceans of grandeur, and at every moment his wonder increaseth. Now he seeth the embodiment of wealth as poverty itself, and the essence of independence as sheer impotence. Now he is struck dumb with the beauty of the all-glorious. Again he is wearied out with his own life. How many a mystic tree hath this whirlwind of bewilderment snatched by the roots? How many a soul hath it worn out and exhausted? For in this valley the traveler is flung into confusion, albeit in the eyes of him who hath attained, such signs are esteemed and well beloved. At every moment he beholdeth a wondrous world and a new creation, and goeth from astonishment to astonishment, and is lost in awe before the new handiwork of him who is sovereign Lord of all. Indeed, O brother, if we ponder each created thing, we shall witness a myriad consummate wisdoms, and learn a myriad new and wondrous truths. One of the created phenomena is the dream. Behold, how many secrets have been deposited therein, how many wisdoms treasured up, how many worlds concealed. Observe how thou art asleep in a dwelling, and its doors are shut. On a sudden thou findest thyself in a far-off city, which thou enterest without moving thy feet or wearying thy body. Without taxing thine eyes thou seest. Without troubling thine ears thou hearest. Without a tongue thou speakest. And perchance, when 10 years have passed, thou wilt witness in this temporal world the very things thou hast dreamt tonight. Now there are many wisdoms to ponder in the dream, which none but the people of this valley can comprehend in their reality. First, what is this world where without eye or ear or hand or tongue one can put all these to use? Second, how is it that in the outer world thou seest today the effect of a dream which thou didst witness in the world of sleep some 10 years past? Consider the difference between these two worlds, and the mysteries they conceal, that attended by divine confirmations, thou mayest attain unto heavenly discoveries and enter the realms of holiness. For more information, please visit www.baha'i.org. Lucky viewers, we appreciate your company for today's program, Writings of Bahá'u'lláh, The Seven Valleys, Part 6 of 8 on Words of Wisdom.